Chronological
I'm in the
Bible number
Chronological
3,
Bible,
the
reading
family of
Bible
Cain,
properly.
wickedness,
I love to read
Noah.
Bible on all different levels, historically, chronologically, cosmologically, teleologically, and of course for faith and law and prophecy. We going in with the family of Cain. The family of Cain, chapter 4, verse 16. Then Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bore Enoch. And he built a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son, Enoch. To Enoch was born Irad, and Irad begot Mahaziel. Mahaziel begot Methuselah. Methuselah begot Lamech. Then Lamech took for himself 2 wives. The name of one was Adah, and the name of the second was Zillah. And Adah bore Jabal, and he was the father of those who dwell in tents and have livestock. His brother's name was Jubal, and he was the father of all those who play the harp and flute. And as for Zillah, she also bore Tubal-Cain, and an instructor of every craftsman in bronze and iron. And the sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. And then Lamech said to his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice. Wives of Lamech, listen to my speech. For I have killed a man for wounding me, even a young man for hurting me. If Cain shall be avenged 7-fold, and then Lamech 77-fold. A new son. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bore a son and
Genesis
named him
5.
Seth. For God has appointed another seed for me instead of Abel, whom Cain killed. And as for Seth, to him also a son was born, and he named him Enosh. And then man began to call on the name of the Lord. Seth is the line of Jesus. Transition time, chronological Bible, records of the descendants. Genesis chapter 1 through 11
Transition time
tells much of its story by means of genealogy. At the end of Cain and Abel's account is a list of 8 descendants of Cain. Genesis 4:17 through 22, among whom are the ancestors, pastoral, nomads, musicians, and metalworkers. In Genesis 5, the line of Adam's descendants through Seth is given, breaking off just before the flood. Finally, in Genesis 10 people of the earth are listed under the 3 sons of Noah, categorized according to clans, languages, locations, and nationality. It is possible, using the number of these lists, to add up the years, thus the dates. Creation of the world is about 4004 BC. Such were published in AD 1650 through 1654 by the Archbishop James Ushame. Many scholars, they argued a modern history and dating chronologically specifically were foreign into ancient minds suggests. Well, we don't know how long Adam was in the garden and Eve, but God can do anything. That's all I can say. I love you so much. The family of Adam. This is the book of the genealogy of Adam. In the day that God created man, he made him in the likeness of God. He created them male and female, and blessed them, and called them mankind in the day that they were created. And Adam lived 130 years, and begot a son in his own likeness, after his image, and named him Seth. After he begot Seth, the days of Adam were 800 years, and he had sons and daughters. So all the days of Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. Seth lived 105 years and begot Enosh. After he begot Enosh, Seth lived 807 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. Enosh lived 90 years and begot Canaan. After he begot Canaan, Enosh lived 815 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Enosh were 905 years, and he died. Canaan lived 70 years and begot Mahalalel. After he begot Mahalalel, Canaan lived 840 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. Mahalalel lived 65 years and and begot Jared. After he begot Jared, Mahalalel lived 830 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. And Jared lived 162 years and begot Enoch. After he begot Enoch, Jared lived 800 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died. Enoch lived 65 years and begot Methuselah. After he begot Methuselah, Enoch walked with God 300 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Enoch were 365 years, and Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Methuselah lived 187 years and begot Lamech. After he begot Lamech, Methuselah lived 782 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. Lamech lived 182 years and had a son, and he called his name Noah, saying, "This one will comfort us concerning our work and the toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord has cursed." After he begot Noah, Lamech lived 595 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begot Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The wickedness and judgment of man, chapter 6. The wickedness and judgment of man. There's a lot going on right here. Remember,
Genesis
this is before
6.
the flood. Chapter 6, verse 1. Now it came to pass, when men began to multiply in the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them, and that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, and that they were beautiful, and they took wives for themselves, and all in whom they choose. And the Lord God said, My spirit shall not strive with man forever, for he is indeed flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. And there were giants on the earth in those days, and also afterwards, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, they bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of the old, men of renown. Then the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great on the earth, and that every intent of the thought of his heart was only evil continuously. And the Lord was sorry that he had made man on the earth, and he was grieved in his heart. So the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, creeping things, and birds of the air, for I am sorry that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah pleases God. This is the genealogy of Noah. Noah was a just man, perfect in his generation. Noah walked with God, and Noah begot 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. So God looked upon the earth, and indeed it was corrupt, for all the flesh had corrupted their ways on the earth. And God said to Noah, The end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make rooms in the ark, and cover it inside and outside with pitch. And this is how you shall make it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, its width 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits. And you shall make a window for the ark, and you shall finish it to a cubit from above, and set a door on the ark in its side, and you shall make it with lower and second and third decks. And behold, I myself am bringing flood waters on the earth, to destroy from under heaven all the flesh which is in the breath of life. Everything that is on the earth shall die, but I will establish my covenant with you. And you shall go into the ark, you and your sons, and your wives, and your sons' wives with you. And every living thing of all flesh you shall bring 2 of every sort into the ark, to keep them alive with you. And they shall be male and female, of the birds after their kinds, and animals after their kinds, and of every creeping thing of the earth after its kind. 2 of every kind will come to you, to keep them alive. And you shall take for yourself of all food that is eaten, and you shall gather it to yourself, and it shall be food for you and for them. Thus Noah did according to all that God commanded him, and so he did. Transition time. The narrator of the flood traditions offer several dates indicating when certain events took place. The time frame of these dates, cited by year, month, and day based on Noah's age, has Noah and his family and the animals confined in the ark for more than a year, 371 days. In Genesis 7:11, 8:19, 5 dates. The first instance at 7:11 marks when the rain began.